Spoiler alert! Ah! What kind of lard-brained punk writes spoiler alert after giving out the spoiler? Hashtag you!
So, okay, I'm probably gonna cover this part. Also, sorry if you hear a fan in the background. It is super hot, and there's no way I'm gonna be able to record anything without having at least one tiny little fan on, but hopefully you won't be able to hear it. Anyway, so, Gumball, the Wonderfully World Gumball, at the time of recording this, comes out in 3 days, and the synopses have been leaked, if you even want to call it that. So, I mean, I don't know if you've been around the channel long enough. I have done these kind of videos before where I read the synopses for shows that I'm currently reacting to or currently watching, and I predict them. Well, I predict the episodes, then I read the synopsis to see if my prediction was correct. I did this with Bluey a couple of years ago, and I did this with Gumball too, but I think I deleted it because, I don't know, I guess I hated it. But yeah, the synopses for the first 20 episodes for the Wonderfully Weird World Gumball are here, and I'm going to be predicting them. So, without further ado, let's get started. Starting with the burger. I think we already know what the burger is about. Again, I'm probably going to cover the screen with like images and stuff, but yeah. We got season 7, episode 1, the burger. Yeah, the burger. And we already kind of knew what the burger was going to be about, so I'm not going to even try to predict. It's been coming on for like over a year now. But we got a new synopsis that says, Gumball and Dawn want to find a healthy diner option for their family because they are hooked on Joyful Burger. But an evil food communism, sorry, I need my reading glasses, has monopolized the food industry. I'm not trying to describe that. It's pretty Gumball. I'm just gonna say that. We got the assistant. If this is anything like The Apprentice from season 4, what's it, season 5? Maybe Gumball tries to assist someone, or maybe Darwin is becoming an assistant. I don't really know how to predict this one. I really don't. And I should say this for my reaction, but I don't know. This is just how I do it. I'm so excited to know what these episodes are about that I just couldn't wait. And you know what? I probably should have put a spoiler warning. I'll do that in editing. Anyway, the assistant. I'm not sure what this is going to be about, so let's just read the synopsis. And here it is. And it says, feeling unappreciated by her family, Nicole strikes up a friendship with a sympathetic AI. As their relationship intensifies, the AI tries to drive a wedge between Nicole and the other Wattersons. Okay, so I thought the AI episode was going to be the app. If that's still a confirmed episode title, I don't know yet. But yeah, it's another episode where Nicole feels like the family takes her for granted. Didn't we kind of already do this with the Fuss, which, to be honest, is not one of my favorite episodes. I'm sorry, I said it. But According to the wiki, this says this is the first episode to feature Kansas Ed Khan, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, as ANAIS, replacing Kyla Kowalski, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And The Distance. Okay, I will say this, I need to say a couple of things. One, don't hate me, I committed a crime of reaction channels. I watched the exclusive clip that was posted online. I'm sorry.
I curse your ancestors and your descendants!
Just couldn't wait, and I didn't feel like setting up my recording. And I just had to hear a nice new voice, and it sounds so good.
Don't mention it. So, I was just in the kitchen. I slipped and kinda accidentally baked this cake with chocolate writing on it that says Gumball is awesome. Do you want a slice?
No! We've forgotten who usually gets us out of a mess like this. Clue, it's a 3-letter word. Elf? Mom!
I'm not sure if it's the episode where she's gonna have her for speaking role, but whatever. And secondly, The Distance. Thanks to Twitter, I kind of got spoiled because I saw the title of this episode and the image with Darwin having his own room in the basement or crawl space, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, I guess maybe it'll be like that one Bluey episode where Bluey gets her own room, but Bluey and Bingo start to miss each other. Maybe Darwin wants his own space because, I don't know, he's the middle child. Middle child wants their own space or whatever. I'm not a middle child. I am the youngest child. But anyway, maybe Darwin wants his own room, but Gumball and Darwin and maybe ANAIS do. Maybe Gumball and ANAIS start missing their brother. And it's really, really hard. It's going to be an emotional episode. So, let's see what the synopsis says. And we get Gumball must find a way to save his relationship with Darwin after the boys are forced to live in separate rooms. Okay. So, why are they forced to live in separate rooms? I'm guessing because Darwin finally gets his tank, which he rightfully deserves, because, I don't know, I always felt claustrophobic when I see him in that fishbowl. So, yeah, remember in the previous episode when I reacted to the trailer, and they were like, I don't know, looked like they were spending too much time together, they were fusing Steven Universe style, and they were shocking with their butts. And then Nicole said, we gotta do something about this. I wonder if that's the context behind this. It makes me wonder. That's probably the context behind this. And maybe there might be a song. Maybe. It'll be like, oh, I miss my brother. I want my brother back. And then ANAIS is like, I'm trying to sleep. Shut up. Oh man, that would be hilarious. Okay, if that is 100% correct, I swear to you, I never saw the episode before. But I swear to you, I never saw the episode before. I'm literally recording this 3 days before the season even comes out. But, yeah, next, we gotta predict The Thing. I literally have no idea how to predict that. Maybe there's this weird thing in the house or at school. And the Watersons, are we still recording? Yep, we are. The Watersons, are we recording on the backup? Just gotta check. Yep. And the Watersons, okay, maybe there's something in the house or at school, and the Watersons or Gumball and Darwin are trying to get rid of it. So, let's take a look right here. The Thing. Richard must retrace the memories of the day in order to figure out what the thing is, so Nicole's family dinner with Granny JoJo won't be another failure. So we got a Richard episode. So maybe that's where, okay, remember in the trailer where he's dancing in his underwear and he got and he was getting a phone call. Maybe that was from his mom saying, "Hey Richard, I'm coming over for dinner with your kids and your stupid good-for-nothing wife." That is not her voice. That is not her voice, but maybe that's where that clip came from. But hey, how come Anais isn't listed here? Anyway. And also there was a clip where he was in this like mind space. Maybe that's from this episode too. But yeah, let's predict the butts. Gee, Gumball, I thought you were on Cartoon Network, not Nickelodeon. Okay. If it's anything like The Slap, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this episode. Hopefully, it's funny. But I don't even think I want to predict this, so let's just read the synopsis. The Butts. Oh my god, I see Principal Brown's name. Oh boy. Gumball must help Principal Brown have body confidence about his butt in order to be allowed to do his poem about butts at the poetry recite.
Damn, bro, you got the whole squad laughing.
Poem about butts? Poem about butts? Why is there a poem about butts? Like, the poem's gonna be like, "Oh, my butt is so squishy and stinky and filled with farts and blah 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 blah." Ugh. Also, another thing, I hope this season isn't gonna be mediocre like season 5 and 6. Yeah, that's why I said it. Ugh. And I hope this episode isn't like, I don't know. The synopsis, the name, I don't know if I'm looking forward to this episode. I am not looking forward to this episode. Oh, what? An animatic of this episode was screened during the Warner Bros. Animation panel in ANAIS 2024. Oh, you don't say. Okay. So, the traffic. I mean, there was a part in the trailer where the Watersons were in a car, but because of the exclusive clip, now we know that's from the assistant. Okay, but the traffic. Maybe it's like the parking, where it's 11 minutes of the Watersons in the car. And they're stuck in traffic and they're trying to find a way to entertain themselves. Okay. The traffic. The Watersons must get ANAIS to Daisyland before the park closes for good. Yes! A somewhat ANAIS episode. Okay. One of the things I want from season 7, I want more ANAIS episodes. I'm not asking for half the season to be revolved around her, but every season of Gumball, we only get like 1 or 2 episodes that somewhat revolve around her. Even if it's accompanying another character or her brothers or her parents. We rarely get any episodes focused on ANAIS. Look, I'm asking for, I want like at max 5 episodes out of the 40 that's coming out of this season. I want more episodes about this baby girl. That's all I want. 5 out of the 40. And here's one of them. 4 out of the 40. But why is Daisyland Park closing? Were the creepy animatronics, budget, or what? Also, them being stuck in traffic. Oh man. Knowing this show, they're probably not going to make it, and ANAIS is gonna be so pissed and sad at the same time. Okay, next we got the astrological. Also, we need an episode with her and Jamie prove that they're friends and that they're not gonna like restart her character development or story arc, blah blah blah. Also, for those wondering about my ANAIS story arc video, I have a confession to make. I have had stage fright. This is Iron Life all over again. I had stage fright with this video because this is the first time I'm doing a video like this, and I don't know how people are gonna respond to it. Like, ew, why do you make a whole video about this big character? I'm still working on it. I'm not gonna cancel it because it's definitely a passion project. One of my passion projects, anyway. But I don't know. I'm nervous about making it because I want to make sure I'm doing it right. You know. Anyway, enough yapping. The astrological. I don't know. Maybe one of the characters are going. Maybe one of the characters are into astrology, like Barbara or Erlen or Clayton, whatever. Okay, I don't know how to predict this one, so I'm just going to read it. Oh, I saw Penny's name. Oh, Penny. I completely forgot about Penny. Anyway, Gumball and Penny must stay together through the end of the school day to prove that they are meant to be together despite an astrological prediction, Mr. Small said. Boy, Mr. Small. Mr. Small has made. Sorry. Blah, blah. Okay. There were some clips in the trailer where Gumball was like dressed up all fancy, and Gumball and Penny were chatting in the hall. So maybe those clips will be in this episode. I hope Mr. Small doesn't screw up their relationship. Anyway, the cheerleader. Now, obviously, that clip from the trailer with Gumball, Darwin, and Richard being cheerleaders, that's clear from that. Maybe Richard always wanted to be a cheerleader, and now and the boys are helping him fulfill his dream. Or maybe they're trying to join some cheer competition because dumb reasons. Maybe. Okay. Let's take a look. The cheerleader. Gumball wants to get Richard on the cheerleading team in order to end their family's generational trauma. Are you kidding me? This is the generational trauma episode? Like, is this gonna be like an Encanto thing? I don't know, that's the only movie I can remember that's themed around generational trauma, I think. I don't know. I haven't watched Encanto in a couple of years. Feel free to flame me in the comments if it's not about generational trauma. But I don't know what's so generationally traumatic about being a cheerleader. Like, oh, for past generations, every Watterson has lost the cheer competition. For generations upon generations, the Wattersons have always broken a leg trying to cheerlead. For generations, the Watersons. Okay, I'll stop. The boring. Okay, we had an episode called The Boredom. What's the boring? Is it about, like, is ANAIS scared that she's becoming too boring for Jamie? Oh wait, this is probably a Molly episode. Molly, was her name Molly? Yeah, her name's Molly. This is probably a Molly episode. I just hope it's not too confusing. Like, we need a redirect stub that says, oh, okay, they did. Get out of the way. They did. I was hoping they would that. Well, I covered that. This article is about the wonderfully weird world of Gumball episode. You might be looking for the season 5 episode, The Boredom. Anyway, Molly, I knew it. The boring. Gumball and Darwin use Molly's time halting powers because she's so boring to avoid an after-school beatdown by Tina. Okay, so obviously we know what Gumball. Okay, so we know what clips from the trailer we can associate that plotline with. Like, what did Gumball and Darwin do to piss off Tina this time? Like, did they make fun of her stubby arms again? Like, was she trying to play basketball? They were roasting her the whole time, just like with the piano lessons in season 2. Like, stop roasting Tina, because she's like, you talk smack, get whack. You talk smack, get whacked. Don't roast Tina if you don't want her to kick your ass. Anyway, the teacher. Miss Simeon gets fired and they need a new teacher. Or maybe they do get a new teacher. New season, new teacher, just like in season 3. Or maybe ANAIS becomes a teacher because the teachers there suck. And she has no idea how to run a school because she is literally a 4-year-old. Anyway, the teacher. Gumball Watterson wants to take down Miss Simeon after she punishes him for not respecting his school-provided calculator. Huh? Okay, I'm not gonna read that because that might have spoilers for the plot. I can read the synopsis as long as I don't know the plot. That's basically how I am with spoilers. What kind of lord brain punk writes spoiler alert after putting out the spoiler? Hashtag you! Anyway. The app. Now that we know it's not about the AI, maybe the kids at school and then Gumball and Darwin get addicted to this new app. And they get addicted to this new app and it tries to kill everybody. Anyway, I have no idea how to predict this. Anyway, the app. Gumball Watterson. Why are the synopses referring Gumball as Gumball Watterson? Anyway, Gumball and Darwin must stop an evil social media app from turning every kid in Elmore into mindless internet trend following drones. So Twitter. Okay, so maybe I mean, there was a zombie apocalypse clip in the trailer. Is that where this episode is come from? Maybe. That could be interesting. Anyhow, the entrance. The door explodes and Gumball and Darwin have to fix it. Or maybe they go to another dimension or something. Or maybe Gumball, Darwin, and ANAIS notice how the doors are color-coded just like them. And they wonder if it meant anything. Anyway. The entrance. Gumball and Darwin attempt to make a big impression at the coolest party of the year with the most praiseworthy entrance in the world. Entrance the world has ever seen. Okay, so I was way off, like with a lot of these. But yeah, I honestly, I don't have any words. Yeah, I literally don't have any words, but oh wait, maybe that's where the whole tuxedo Gumball pink lighting thing came from. Anyway, the letter. ANAIS' friend who promised to return writes her a letter, but she doesn't know it's from him. So she's trying to figure out where the letter came from. Maybe. Or maybe Darwin writes an angry letter to Jamie or one of the bullies, and he accidentally left it somewhere where he doesn't want it to read it, and the whole episode's about that. Maybe. Anyway, let's take a look. The letter. Darwin wants to get back a love letter he wrote to Carrie before she sees. Okay, so I was close. I swear to you, I didn't read the synopsis. But, like, why don't you want your girlfriend to see a love letter you wrote? You know? But I can't believe it. I was super close. Just replace angry with love letter and Jamie to Carrie. Whatever. Oh my god, I can't believe how close I was with that prediction. The gut. Richard is fatty McFat and has to lose his gut. Or maybe Gumball gets fatty McFat and has to lose his weight. Or maybe it's a Christmas episode and they're roasting Santa about his fatty McFat anyway. The gut. When ANAIS enlists her dad's help with her science project, Richard's gut becomes its own brilliant thinking entity, separate from the original Richard we all know, and ANAIS must choose between the two. Okay! Alright! 2 episodes in a row. My screen recorder only cuts off after 30 minutes. But anyway, an ANAIS episode. I'm so happy. My prayers are getting answered. And not only that, it's an ANAIS and Richard episode. I don't think we ever had one of those. No, the Gumball Chronicles episode doesn't count. I'm so happy. My baby girl finally getting spot. Anyway, we don't want this to go on for too long. Next episode, the wrinkle. Nicole doesn't want to be old, or maybe it's about the grandparents. I don't know. Okay, we have 5 more episodes to predict after this. So, oh, another ANAIS episode. I think 3 in a row. no. Okay. The wrinkle. ANAIS starts aging due to stress and pressure of looking out for the rest of her stupid family. Is this where she's going? Okay. 3 in a row. Okay, my prayers are being answered. Like this, the third one where ANAIS gets a prominent role. Oh my god. I love this so much. Man, I hope no one heard me. So, is this where we're gonna acknowledge, hey, she has a new voice actor now? Also, I really hope they're putting all these in production order and that this isn't like episode 2 or whatever. Prematurely. Did I say that word wrong? I completely said that word wrong. Anyway. I'm so happy we're getting more nice focus. I sure wish her friend would come back. Anyway. The Gourmet. Now again, because of Twitter, I saw the episode title and someone repeatedly saying Masami episode, Masami episode, Masami episode. So it's a Masami episode. I guess Masami wants to cook or something. Whatever. So, the Gourmet. The Gourmet. After tasting Masami's gourmet double truffle mac and cheese at lunch, Gumball decides to do whatever it takes to get the full serving of the delicious meal. Okay. Seems like a typical Gumball episode. How do they know that Leslie and Molly is going to be here? Anyway. The pool. It's a hot day. The Watersons are trying to get into a pool, but no one wants to allow them. Or the Watersons get a pool, and they're having trouble managing it or something. Or maybe it's a pool of nuts. Anyway, the pool. In the midst of a heat wave, you mean like right now? Richard enlists Gumball, Dawn, and ANAIS to assist him in his mission to jump in the Robinson's newly installed above-ground pool. Okay, so a couple weeks ago, one of my coworkers was like telling this story about how her neighbor kept trying to use the pool after she said no, and they kept doing it anyway. They were like right next to me. It wasn't eavesdropping or anything. I just thought it was a funny coincidence. Anyway. The portrait. Okay, so this is clearly something to do with either it has something to do with the void, or the Watersons are trying to get a picture taken, and everything just goes to chaos. Probably. Anyway, I don't want this video to go on for too long, so we should just wrap this up. Okay, the portrait. Nicole wants a new family portrait where everyone's entire face is in the photo, and they're all smiling. Okay. Okay, so again, typical Watterson family shenanigans. This episode title similar to the painting. Season 1, okay. The climb. The Watersons or Gumball is trying to climb a mountain and shenanigans happen. Probably. Okay. The climb. Gumball must face his demons and overcome his embarrassing incident from his past if he wants to finally submit the dreaded rock climbing wall in gym class. Okay. Again, typical episode, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to make of that, but anyway, we got it's episode 19. We got the last episode now of the season. The last episode that's out for now that we know of. And the episode is called I'm sorry, I'm a big dum-dum. I know all of you word enthusiasts are gonna be like, this is like the easiest word to pronounce. How could you not? How could you not know how to pronounce this word? Shut up. Okay, amadain. The amadain. Whatever. Anyway, the amadain. Gumball vows to wear a shell and partake in strange Fitzgerald traditions in order to help Penny get through a tense family birthday party with ease. Okay. Alright, so that's all the episodes we have for right now. A little disappointing that we're not going to get anything involving the Void, at least for now. Of course, they're probably saying that for like a season finale, which totally understand that. Anyway, I'm super excited for this season. I'm gonna be reacting to every episode. I'll probably react to every episode because I want to get reactions back flowing again. I'm gonna probably do like 2 episodes, or I might just do a video. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this predictions video. I'll catch you when the wonderfully weird world of wonderful weird Gumball comes out on the 28th. How do you not know the pronunciation? Shut up!